However, when the vagus nerve is not functioning properly, it doesn't adequately signal the release of these feel-good hormones, which leads to poor regulation of the cortisol levels. And this keeps the body stuck in a prolonged state of fight or flight, which can result in chronic stress, anxiety, and a plethora of other health issues like weight gain, acne, fatigue, thinning skin, easy bruising, irritability, difficulty concentrating, high blood pressure, headaches, having a flushed face, slowing your healing, muscle weakness, inflammation, and a weakened immune system. Namaste and welcome to Healing Her Spirit, a podcast dedicated to guiding the divine feminine on a journey of profound growth and self-discovery. This is a sanctuary for those seeking to heal their mind, body, and spirit from the wounds of the past and explore the powerful connection between spirituality and healing. Hosted by myself, Shelli, a spiritual wellness coach, we delve into the sacred process of overcoming trauma and nurturing the divine feminine energy within us all, regardless of gender. In each episode, I dive deep into the journey of growing through trauma, offering a blend of expert interviews, personal stories of resilience, and practical spiritual practices that empower you to rise above past wounds and begin creating the life of your dreams. Learn how to calm your nervous system, move beyond trauma responses, and embrace a life of peace and empowerment. Join us as we uncover the strength, wisdom, and beauty inherent in every soul, creating a supportive community of individuals committed to personal and collective evolution and transforming trauma into triumph. Let's take a couple of deep breaths, relax your body, and let's fall into this episode. Namaste and welcome back to Healing Her Spirit with myself, Shelli. Today I am feeling called to talk about anxiety caused by trauma. When we experience trauma, our bodies react in ways that can leave us feeling anxious, stressed, and overwhelmed. In this episode, I'm going to talk about how trauma impacts our nervous system, why our bodies respond the way we do, and the symptoms that can arise. More importantly, we'll explore powerful techniques to help calm the fight or flight response by working with our nervous system, most notably our vagus nerve. Before we dive into the effects of trauma on the body, it's essential to understand what trauma actually is and the various forms that it can take. It is a psychological and emotional response to an event or an experience that is deeply distressing or disturbing. It can be categorized into three main types: either acute, which results from a single distressing event like an accident; chronic trauma, which involves repeated and prolonged exposure to high stressful events, such as ongoing abuse; and complex trauma, which arises from exposure to multiple traumatic events, often of an invasive interpersonal nature. Each type of trauma can significantly impact our mental and physical health, which can shape the way we react currently to stress and anxiety. Trauma can lead to anxiety by disrupting the brain's ability to process and integrate stressful experiences. Past traumatic events often can leave the nervous system in a heightened state of alertness, which can cause people to experience persistent fear and anxiety even when no immediate threat is present. This ongoing state of hypervigilance can trigger anxiety symptoms in everyday situations, which can make it challenging to distinguish between past dangers and present safety. So our body stays in the state of fight or flight even after the event or stressor has passed. So when we encounter or perceive a threat, the sympathetic nervous system, or SNS, triggers the fight or flight response, which releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to prepare the body for either confrontation or escape, fight or flight. This ends up increasing our heart rate, making us breathe rapidly, and it can cause muscle tension. Normally, what the vagus nerve does, being part of the parasympathetic nervous system, or the PNS, it helps regulate this response by signaling to the brain to release calming hormones like serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. and this balances out the stress hormones and promotes relaxation. However, when the vagus nerve is not functioning properly, it doesn't adequately signal the release of these feel-good hormones, which leads to poor regulation of the cortisol levels. And this keeps the body stuck in a prolonged state of fight or flight, which can result in chronic stress, anxiety, and a plethora of other health issues like weight gain, acne, fatigue, thinning skin, easy bruising, irritability, difficulty concentrating, high blood pressure, headaches, having a flushed face, slowing your healing, muscle weakness, inflammation, and a weakened immune system. The vagus nerve is the largest cranial nerve, and it runs from the brain all the way down to the large intestine. It has multiple branches that branch off and attach to all of our major organs, our heart, lungs, spleen, bladder, stomach. It attaches to our esophagus, kidneys, liver, and our colon. The vagus nerve basically sends signals to all of these different organs to tell them to do all of those things that we don't have to think about, all of the autonomic functions, the involuntary sensory and motor functions like the heart rate, respiration, blood pressure, immune responses, mood, mucus and saliva production, skin and muscle sensations, speech, taste, and urine output, and even signals to the digestive tract to move food through it properly. So some of the things that can happen if we're having issues with our vagus nerve, if the vagus nerve is out of balance, they call it vagal tone. So if the vagal tone is not correct, you can have abdominal pain, acid reflux, digestion issues like constipation, diarrhea, or bloating, also changes in blood sugar, changes in the heart rate, blood pressure, difficulty swallowing, hoarseness or wheezing, migraines or headaches, dizziness and fainting, epilepsy, physical immobilization, which is frozen or unable to move. It can also cause depression, chronic stress and anxiety, chronic pain, fatigue, dissociation, foggy mind, cognitive difficulties, which are issues with focus, clarity of thought, and decision making. It can cause blackouts and irregular moods. I'm going to take a moment to talk about the course that I've created. It is in the form of an app called Awesome Healing Strategy. So within that app, you will find multiple courses. And the Awesome Healing Strategy is a 7-course series, starting with Embrace Your Goddess. Now, in this course, I'll go over a ton of tips and tricks to help you to fall in love with yourself by doing immense self-care and inner reflection. It's a beautiful course. You will absolutely love the way that your body is going to begin to feel once you start using some of these tools that I've put together for you guys. Then once you're done with that course, and that's a 2-week course, once you're done with that one, then you would move on to the second one, which is called Inner Alchemy. It is the second step of the Awesome Strategy, which is the Who Are You step. Within this course, you will start to dive in deep to discover who you truly are and who you want this new version of yourself to be. This course is just shorter than 2 weeks, and once you're done with that one, you can actually move on to any one that you would like to. The third course, which I'm in the process of creating at the moment, is to learn to effectively respond instead of react. That's the third step in Awesome. It follows the acronym AWESOME. A is for affection, W is for who are you, E is for effective response instead of reaction, S is for setting boundaries, O is for overcoming victim mindset, M is for modifying your toolbox of coping mechanisms. And then in the final step, E, we're going to explore this new version of yourself and start taking steps to move into this new version. It's a beautiful series. It has been designed by myself as well as my guides. They have helped out dramatically. So as I said before, there are quite a few different things that we can do to help get our vagal tone better, to make our vagus nerve work a little bit better for our body. Now, I discovered a ton of tools and tricks because I have gone through a long period of time where I have not made a ton of money. So, and during my spiritual journey, I actually quit my job and lived off of nothing, basically faith of the Lord. So a lot of the tricks and tips that I have are very cost effective, and they don't have anything to do with Western medicine. I've said previously that I'm not a huge proponent of pharmaceuticals. I actually think that they are toxic to us. And while some of them are definitely good and can be beneficial for the short term, I see that there's just too many side effects. It's sad to see this, but because of that, I have come up with a lot of things that do not require Western medicine. So some of the ways that we can help get the vagal tone more regulated is by adding salt to our diet. And if you've listened to any of my previous podcasts, I've said not to use pink Himalayan sea salt. So stick with Celtic sea salt, Redmond's, or Baja Gold. Table salt, get rid of it. It's no bueno. It's not good for us at all. We can also do grounding techniques. Some of the grounding techniques that I use and suggest highly are going outside and putting your bare feet on Mother Gaia or hugging a tree. I know it sounds silly, but it really does help. Running cool water over your hands, placing a cool washcloth on your hands and face, placing an ice pack over your eyes, digging your heels into the floor or picturing a grounding root coming from your root chakra and planting firmly into Mother Gaia, and as you're breathing deeply, imagine the root going further and further into Gaia. Also using essential oils. Some more things that you can do to work on the vagal tone are create a comfortable space for yourself through meditation and breath work. Listen to upbeat music. You can also sing, hum, gargle, or laugh, anything that's going to create movement in the throat area. You can also massage the head, neck, and shoulders. Some say, too, you can massage the feet, the eyes, and the belly. Another suggestion would be to eliminate sugar. If you listen to my last podcast, you'll see how bad sugar actually is for us. It is no bueno, not good for us at all. You can also do things to improve your posture. That'll help the vagal nerve. Sleep. Sleep is super important. Make sure you're getting a good amount of rest, 8 to 10 hours a night. Also, feel and process your emotions properly. Do some inner child work, shadow work. Get rid of those nasty loops that are running around in your brain that can't seem to stop. And the thing is when you're working on getting those mind loops out of your brain and also working on getting your body out of fight or flight, you're working on mind and body. So it's going to be helping both. They're going to be working together. One's going to be helping the other. You can also exercise, and with this, you can do so many different things. Of course, you can, just maybe go for a walk. Walking outside's wonderful. You can also walk on a treadmill or yoga. Yoga is such a beautiful practice, but yoga is also a meditation. Or dance. Dancing is so helpful, not only for the vagus nerve, but also for the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and the root chakra. Oh, so beautiful. You can also do some exercises with your ear. You can pull your ear out gently away from your head, just straight out, and then pull it up for a couple of seconds, and then pull it down for a couple of seconds. And do that on both sides. Do it a couple of times. You can also push into the hollow of your ear and gently massage it. Gently, gently. It doesn't need much pressure. There's also a beautiful exercise that you can do by interlocking your fingers and placing them behind your head, behind your neck. So kind of where your neck and your head meet. Hold your hands there and direct your face forward and just move your eyes to one side. Hold it there for anywhere between 30 seconds to 3 minutes. And when you yawn or involuntarily take a deep breath, that is an indicator that it is released. The tension's released in that area. So look over to the other direction and do the same thing for 30 seconds to 3 minutes until it is released through a yawn or the involuntary breath. You can also massage your head. Your vagus nerve starts just above your ear and then runs behind it. So massaging that area will definitely help, and then go down all the way through your neck to where where you can feel your heartbeat. Don't spend too much time there, though. That is actually suggested to not do if you have heart disease. Okay, so be mindful that you're not working that area too much. You can also do acupuncture or acupressure. There is a slight difference between the two. Acupuncture is where they actually puncture the skin, so placing needles into different parts of the body to help relieve pressure. And then acupressure, and that's putting pressure on different parts of your body to relieve the inner pressure. You can also tap on your chest. Cold plunges. Do them. I know they sound horrific, they sound torturous, but they're so good for your body. They do so much for the body. And one of the things is helping with the vagal tone. So do them. Make them part of your daily routine. I'm going to take a moment here to go over a couple of breathing techniques. Breath work is a super grounding technique. You're going to use it while you're exercising as well as while you're meditating. One of the best ways to help the vagal tone is through breathing techniques. I'm going to go over a few really quick. I apologize that you're not going to be able to see me, but you can look up most of these on YouTube and get a video on how to do them so you can see them in person. But I'm going to try my best to describe the breathing technique to you through this podcast. So diaphragmatic breathing is one of the first techniques. So with this, you're going to either sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Put one hand on your chest and one on your abdomen. Okay, and you're going to inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your abdomen to expand while keeping your chest and your shoulders still. Okay, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. This is going to be deep breaths in, deep breaths out. So this actually engages the diaphragm, it stimulates the vagus nerve, and it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. Then there's 4-7-9 breathing. With this technique, you're going to sit or lie down comfortably. Again, inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7, and exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for the count of 8, and then repeat this cycle around 4 or 5 times. The benefit of this one is to help reduce stress and anxiety by stimulating the vagus nerve and balancing the nervous system. This next one, box breathing, one of the first techniques that I learned actually. With this technique, you're going to inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, and then exhale through your mouth through a count of 4, and hold your breath empty for a count of 4, and then repeat this cycle several times. The benefit of this one is it calms the mind and body, enhances the vagal tone, and improves focus and concentration. There's a lot of benefits to using this technique. The next one is alternate nostril breathing. This one is a little bit harder. I'm going to try and explain this one the way that I remember it so that it's easier to remember. Okay, sit comfortably with your spine straight and use your right thumb to close your right nostril. Inhale deeply through your left nostril and then close your left nostril with your other finger and release the thumb from your right nostril. Exhale through your right nostril and then inhale through the right nostril. Switch nostrils and then exhale through the left nostril and then inhale through the left nostril. Switch fingers again or nostrils and then exhale through the right nostril and then inhale through the right nostril. So you're going to notice a pattern. You're going to start off on the left side, taking a deep breath in on the left and then switching. Exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale, switch. Keep doing that until you're feeling calmer or until you are wanting to be done. The benefits of using this breathing technique are balancing the autonomic nervous system, reducing stress, and stimulating the vagus nerve. The next breathing technique I'm going to go over is resonance breathing. This one is much easier, much less complicated, so bear with me here, okay? With this technique, you're going to breathe in through your nose for a count of 5 and breathe out through your nose for a count of 5, keeping your mouth closed the entire time. So we're aiming for between 5 to 6 breaths per minute and trying to slow down our breathing. So the benefits of this are synchronizing the heart rate and breath, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, and enhancing vagal tone, which leads to a state of calm and relaxation. The next breathing technique is humming breath. With this technique, we're going to inhale deeply through the nose, and as you exhale, make a humming sound, feeling the vibration in your throat and chest. Focus on extending the exhale for as long as comfortable. The benefits of this one are that the vibration stimulates the vagus nerve, which again promotes relaxation and improving the overall vagal tone. The last one I'm going to go over with you is lion's breath. With this technique, you're going to sit comfortably with your legs crossed or in a kneeling position. Place your hands on your knees, fingers spread wide. Inhale deeply through your nose, and then as you exhale, open your mouth wide. Stick your tongue out and make a ha sound from deep within your belly. Engage your facial muscles, widening your eyes and looking upward, and repeat this several times. Benefits of this one is it releases tension in the face and chest, which stimulates the vagus nerve and promotes a strong exhalation, which can activate the parasympathetic nervous system and improve vagal tone. As we wrap up this episode, I hope you have a deeper understanding of the vital role that the vagus nerve plays in managing anxiety and how trauma can actually impact this crucial part of our nervous system. By focusing on improving vagal tone, we can help our bodies transition from a state of chronic stress to one of relaxation and healing. Incorporating techniques such as deep breathing, cold exposure, yoga, and even simple activities like humming or singing can make a huge difference in your journey towards overcoming anxiety. Remember, it's about small, consistent steps that can lead to profound change in your well-being. Thank you so much for joining me today on this episode of Healing Her Spirit with Shelli. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with others who might benefit. Stay tuned for more insights and tips on your path to healing and empowerment. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep nurturing your spirit. I love you. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.